Heading into the Habitat for Humanity restore. I usually find some good things here. They have pretty good prices, so we're going to go in today and see if they have anything. If you are new to thrifting, one of my best tips to you is to always grab a buggy on your way into the store because you're going to have to come back and get it, so you might as well grab it on your way in. Now, the first thing that I spotted when I walked into the restore was all this wallpaper. They had so many rolls, and it's been a long time since I have found good wallpaper at the thrift store. Now, I would not hang this in my house because it doesn't match, but there are so many things you can do with wallpaper, like line the backs of a bookshelf, or you could line a tray with this. You could even put it on mats in a picture frame to give your picture some personality. There's so many fun things you can do with wallpaper. Now, I loved these artichoke candles. They were in really good shape, and I think these will be perfect added to a kitchen. They're pretty trendy right now, but I think that they are timeless and they never go out of style. Now, I loved this bench. If it were mine, I would recover the top with a plaid material and keep the real wood bottom of it. I think that it is a beautiful bench. Then they had lots of candles here. Some of them had been burned and some of them had not. I'm not a big candle person, so I was not really drawn to this section, but if you like candles, there's a ton at the restore. And these little figurines were cute. I would paint them all one color to help them fit into my decor. And I thought this vase was really pretty. It was a little bit colorful for my style, but it would be pretty with one stem in it. I think these are called tart pans. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I see them every time I go into the restore, and I know there's a fun idea for these. So leave me all your ideas in the comment section below. I would love to know what you would do with these little tart pans. There were so many shapes and sizes. And then I always go through the little baskets of things. These are fun to find, fun little serving pieces for your kitchen. I have no idea what this piece is. If you know, weigh in the comments. It was an interesting piece, to say the least. And then I just always dig in these to see what I can find. I didn't find anything on this trip. It's always fun to look. And this was a fun little piece. I think that it's paper on the inside, so I don't know what you'd use it for. But I loved the fishing lures on the outside. And the restore is always full of glassware, dishes. So if you are planning a dinner party or if you need plates, cups, anything like that, I always check the restore because they had really good prices and they had a lot. I thought this was a pretty bowl. I liked the design on it, and it would be pretty added to a table for a catch-all. But they had tons and tons of this stuff at the restore. So check them out if you are in the market for this kind of dishes and cups and glasses. They had this Corel, which is really good if you have kids, but tons of this stuff. Now on to the furniture section, and on this day they had some really good pieces of furniture. This table was absolutely beautiful, and it had all these chairs that went with it, and apparently they marked down the furniture by week, and mine is every Thursday. I did not know that, and so I will be checking in on Thursdays to see what kind of furniture they have. They had all kinds of chairs. I loved this rocking chair. I didn't need it, but it was a pretty rocking chair. And this cushion, I love it so much. It is so vintage and it is Americana, very Ralph Lauren. And I think that if it would have been sold separately, I would have bought it and found a place for it. And then this red locker, this will be great in a child's room, playroom, just for extra storage, or you could put it in a man cave. I just love the bright red, and it has tons of storage on the inside of it. But it's just very industrial, and I just thought it was really neat, and it was a pretty good price for it. And then they had these pendant lights. We just bought a light to go over our kitchen island, but Restore is a great option if you are looking for lights of any kind. Now, these were huge, so they would have to be in the right place, but I thought that these were pretty with that faux bamboo look to it, and this would be beautiful in a huge foyer. Y'all know that I always like to check out the art section at the thrift store, and I like to look at the frames that the art is in, because if I don't like the art, I can always change it out to something else. This art was absolutely beautiful. It was a little bit too yellow for my space, but I can tell that it is a pretty old print. You can judge from the back, and it was a good price. Great size for over a bed or over a couch. It was just a pretty piece of art. This one is an example of not really loving the art, but I really like the frame. You could change it out to something that you like a little better, but always check the art at your Restore and see what you can find. They usually have some pretty pieces and things that you can flip if you don't really like it. Now, this piece of art was really pretty. It doesn't match my decor, but I think it's pretty. And then these wooden plates, bowls, they were hand painted. They were made in Mexico. And I would either add these over a nightstand or add them to a gallery wall. They were stunning. These black and white sketches always stop me in my tracks because they are so pretty. This one was beautiful, and if I would have had somewhere for it to go, I would have bought it. I have no idea where this is, but I think that it's a pretty print. These still life prints were so good, and I debated on whether to get them. I think they're perfect in a kitchen, but I have so much backsplash in our kitchen that I have little wall space for prints. So I left those behind, and then I always have to check out the books. They have so many to choose from at the Restore. And the way they do it there is books, hardback books are $2 each, or you can get 3 hardback books for $5. And so it pays to buy more books to get a better price. And they have so many to choose from. They have coffee table books, they have vintage books, they have so many to choose from. So now let's head home and share with you what I brought home from the Restore. It's a new day, and I'm ready to share what I picked up from the Restore. So the first thing is this book. This is the Public Speaker's Treasure Chest. And under the dust ruffle, it is navy blue with gold writing on the spine. It's in pretty decent condition. And on the front here, it says 1817, which I love that little detail on it. And it's in decent shape, so I'll just add this to our vintage book collection. It is the perfect blue color, and I was excited to find it. And the next thing I got, staying with the theme of books, is this book, Illustrated Wonders and Discoveries of the Bible. I really like the dust cover on this. I like the colors, but if you take it off and black with the gold writing, I think this book is really pretty, and I am still collecting books for our built-ins, and this will be a perfect addition to that, being that it's black, the gold. I do have 1 or 2 black books already, but I'm always on the hunt for more to add to that built-in. And speaking of the built-in, I'm still working on it, and hopefully I will have a video to share with you soon on how it comes out. And then the last thing that I picked up was this book. I thought that it was a pretty book, and it is all about football players. But again, it is like a brown leather cover with gold writing on the spine. I love the look of it, and it's got really nice pictures throughout. That is all about. Okay, let's try this again without the microphone. The struggle is real. But this, I was just saying, this book is all about football. It's got lots of pictures in it about that, but I think this will be pretty added either to the built-ins or the coffee table. I haven't decided yet, but it was a great find, I think. So I got all three of these books for $5, and like I said earlier, they're either $2 each or you can get three for $5. And I can usually find at least 3 books at the Restore. But I haven't been in a while to the Restore, but I plan to go back from time to time, especially on Thursdays, because that's when they mark down their items. So if you like the Restore thrift hauls, leave me a comment below and let me know. So the next time I'm in there, I can film and share that video with you. And if you like the thrifting videos at all, be sure to leave me a comment so I know what kind of content y'all like and what you want to see. So as always, thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family that might also enjoy it. It helps out the channel so much, and I appreciate y'all spending a portion of your day here on our channel with us. It means so much, and I look forward to seeing all of y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.